Alright, and welcome to another Angry Yarn Simulator. I have a crow in the background, a magpie in the background. Just gonna leave it. Could close the window, but I don't care. So today on the car shop simulator, we are going to take apart this cat. I already started taking apart the rear end. I bought a brake shoe, as you just saw. And we're going to go ahead and fix all of the problems on this vehicle. I don't know, it just came with a bunch of listed problems. Something about the gear something, and then all of the suspension and brakes had problems. Here we go, the knocking noise with the engine bay is a problem. Brake system needs fixing, so we need the brake shoe, we need brake pads, we need the brake caliper, and we you know, another shoe and another pad. So another shoe. These don't really look too intricate, you know, just two little parts. You ever work on a brake drum in real life, you're going to be cursing and swearing for the very first time that you do it. Alright, we're going to get these nuts off of here, these bolts off of here. Take this tire off here. And we're going to go ahead and start this car. I just baked myself 2 apple pies. I had a tree that I grew apples on, and I just planted last year. Got 1 apple. This year I got about 50, 60 apples. Made about 8 pies so far. So, it's been good. Why I got all the windows open. Oh yeah, look at this problem. Look at that. Needs the whole everything. The disc, the caliper, the pads. Ooh. It's gonna be expensive. Okay, brake. So brake caliper. Brake disc ventilated. Brake pads. Pretty sure it was a ventilated disc. Then we're gonna find out. We go through those enough. So we're gonna go over here. See what parts we can take off here that are within the acceptable percentage that was acceptable for that other vehicle. Plus we're gonna dump the old parts onto here. So we're gonna take the front end apart anyways. We see rusty parts behind there anyways. I haven't really looked at this list for the other car yet. All I remember is it has exhaust problems and something else. Optional part. It's definitely not what we want on there, but we're gonna put it on there anyways. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, nice comparison. Okay. Oh, we'll take it back off. Apple pie and magpies is what you need in life. Alright, we'll get these 5 bolts back on here. Get this tire on the right car. And figure out what these engine knocking noises are. They're probably coming from the engine bay. I'm probably going to tear apart this whole entire engine just to learn what it is. Because I've never worked on a V8. Part not discovered. Well, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with this. It's in the wrong menu. Oh, whatever. Brake caliper was correct anyways. We'll go over to our handy dandy computer. Get ourselves a new brake disc. Cha-ching. Now we're going to go over to our other car. Get some parts off of it. And there we go. Not going to worry about putting all this back on because we're going to have to take it all off anyways. Don't Don't touch me, don't touch me. Alright. Get this wheel back on here. Looking good. Looking good. So, it's 56% is a minimum condition we have to replace parts with. So far, we've made $339. And the gearbox is still not replaced. That's okay. We're going to open up this. Have a look. Nope. Just kidding. Gonna leave it all closed. Could have dumped the old part in there, but kind of want to figure out what's going on in here first. I think we're gonna tear apart. We might tear apart everything. Just to figure out what's going on in here. Now we're getting up in the air. Whee! Alright. Go underneath the car. And now we're going to go back down. Okay. Car goes up. Car goes down. Part not discovered. It's got to be something like in the engine. But I don't really want to take the whole thing apart. Alright. I'm gonna have to. It's not the cover. Can't be the cover. What about the wires? How about this? Does this knock? Does that knock? What about that? Is that a knocking? Does that alternator knock? Does that knock? What about this? Does this knock? No. Those are all don't touch me's. Well. Gotta start taking her apart. I'm gonna rip this whole engine apart. Okay. What's this? Rocker arm. Examine. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Examine. 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 Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Disassemble 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 9, 8, 7, 10. Examine. Examine. Don't touch me. Examine. 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 Couldn't have been that, huh? Well. Oh well. Gotta tear this whole engine apart. Any wires? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Let's see how the clip. Don't touch me. It's gotta be... Yep. There we go. Now we got the cap off, and we're gonna get the rotor out of there. We're gonna have to get the distributor out of there. Gonna have a look down there. Gonna have a look over there. Nothing. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Take the filter out of there. Take that cap off. Take the carburetor. Yep. And take this little cover off of here. There we go. Now what? Don't touch me. Take this out of here. Now we're going to take all of these out of here. I'm going to take this off first. Take the fan off. Take this bounce off. Take the pulley off. Get this radiator out of here. Take this off. You take that off. You take you off. Yeah, come on off. Good. Okay. And take the alternator off. And gonna leave the water pump on. Gonna take this off. Oh no, we're gonna go put it up in the air. We're gonna go and go over to this vehicle. And we're gonna come back over to the corner and get this oil pan. I thought it was over behind that vehicle, but apparently they move it to that corner every single time. We're gonna drain the oil out of here. Right? I think we got it in position. Doesn't ever tell you. I hate this oil pan. It's so hard. Yay! Look at how clean that was. Okay, now we're gonna get this oil pan out of here. See if it's anything underneath. Knocking sounds in engine bay. Could be anything. What is this? What's that? Examine. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Examine. Examine. Sway bar looks good. Couldn't be sway bouncing around in there, could he? Nope. Alright. Let's get this over here. Part not discovered. $339. Could just say it's finished and walk away, but we don't like to do that. Starter and knocking noises from engine bay. What could that be? I don't know. Take this whole engine bay apart, or think about this for a minute. Knocking noises from engine bay. What could be knocking from the... Like, we took off all the big things. Is it a rod in the end? Spark plug? Do you think maybe like fuel or something? Lifter obstructed. Get that thing out of the way. I'm gonna have a look inside the engine bay here. See what's going on. Lock. See, I don't really see like a filter. And all the parts look okay from the outside. Take this whole thing apart. Like nothing looks visually damaged. Once I start inspecting every little thing in the engine. What else can I dump on this vehicle? Like all the parts look good. Looking through all the parts that have taken off. You know, good enough for what this vehicle is. You know, the starter V8 is what we have to replace, obviously, but I don't know. Well, usually you can kind of consult the parts to maybe give you a bit of a story, but nothing else seems to be too worn or a different percentage or... Starter. Part not discovered. I don't know. This one's really I don't know. I gotta sit here and think for a minute. I could just edit all of this out, but this one's a little puzzling. I don't necessarily want to tear apart the whole engine, but I think sitting here thinking about it has wasted more time than just tearing the whole engine apart just to find out. See, like the filter isn't good, you know? Maybe it's a fuel tank? How's the fuel tank? How's the fuel pump? 65%. Yeah. Looks good. For what it is. 58%, yeah. Don't touch me. 65%. Oh. What else are we going to take apart here? I guess we just start taking apart all these rocker arms and rockers and arms and rocker arms and everything. Spark plugs and doohickeys and manifolds and take it all apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I had less bolts than the other one. Yeah, the ones have 10. But this one has 2. So it's 16 altogether. Take these spark plugs out of here. There we go. Take this manifold off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Looks okay there. Take this rod and the don't touch me noise away. And 57%. 65%. 64. These are all good. Looking good. 63. Everything is still looking good. All the percentage is the bottom right hand corner. 65%, 61%. Telling us, don't touch me. Telling us that we're doing a good job. Now we're going to take all these bolts out of here. We're going to get this cover off of here. Have a little look inside. Well, looks okay. How about these? These knocking around? Why don't you come off? Stop telling me not to touch you. Okay. Okay, now we're going to switch over to this side. Part not discovered. I'm sure we've discovered it, but we just don't know which one it is yet. Maybe we'll take the water pump off now. Yeah. Oh, maybe this cover. Maybe this? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that? No. 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 Maybe it's that. Oil's looking okay. Pretty empty, but it's looking okay. Nothing rusted in there. Oh. Huh. I don't know if anyone saw that. 27%. We took that off. We're going to take the whole engine apart probably anyways. I mean, we're this far anyways, right? You might as well rip the whole thing apart and learn about it. Right? Take these bolts out of here. There we go. Okay. Cover off. Get these pistons out of here. Don't touch me. Get this out of there. Piston with control. With con rod. Piston with con rod. Don't touch me. Gotta get underneath the engine and take that out of there. Okay, now we're under. Don't touch me, don't touch me. There we go. So this comes out of here. These come off. We already know that these are in good condition. And this crankshaft comes off, just like that. Now we're going to take this cover out of here. Maybe. I can't take the sway bar out of there. No, doesn't like to be touched. Take these out of here. Those are in the way. No, doesn't like, don't touch me. Like that. Okay. Now, got a crankshaft that we're going to take, gonna put this car back down on the ground. Okay, we got the horse back down, and we, look at that, valve push rod, so it was right before, but now we're going to get the car back up in the air. Okay, we go back under here, and we're going to get this crankshaft back in here. Might as well put the, whatever those little things are, crankshaft bearing cap back in. We got 3 of them. Make sure we put the lowest one in. There we go. 57%. There we are. Looks like we got everything that we have to right now. Put that oil filter back in. It's the only one that we have from this V8 type of vehicle. Worry about the oil pan after, maybe. And we'll get this car back down on the ground. Go back into this engine. And we'll start rebuilding it. Hopefully we'll get this done without losing too much money. Don't touch me. And I'm going to get all these back in. It doesn't matter which one we go in. Somewhere. Okay, we'll get this back in. Crank, crank, crank. There we go. There. Slowly get every single part that we took off, and we're going to put it back on. There, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, we're going to get these spark plugs back in here. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's not ready to go out the door. That's sad. This cam gear back into here. Get this chain back on the yane. Get this cover under the hover. Get these bolts off the loose. Just pump off the hump. Get this radiator away from the gator. Get this pump away. Get this pump something. Got this pulley in a hurry. Got the steering shearing. Got the filter yilter. Okay, we're gonna get this piston with Conrad back out of here. And we'll do the rest of them. Specific order doesn't matter. I mean, we're gonna follow like a garbage one first, maybe. Get this cover back on. And don't touch me noise. Engine head. Need that engine head. So bolt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8. Manifold. 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 5, 4. Carburetor. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we're going to get all this round filter base, and then we're going to get the round filter in with the one carb. We're going to get the cover back on, and we are going to get cover back on. No, we're going to do up the nut in here. We're going to do up the bolt in the center. Everything looks good so far. Get these spark plugs back into here so they can cheer. With the steering pump. Okay. Nope, don't touch me. Okay. Yeah, get the manifold back on. As many parts as we can get back on one side at a time, the better. The faster that the customer will have their mysterious engine knocking sound replaced. At least we know what the problem is now. So, we're not guessing anymore. Okay, we got the engine head back on. We got everything back on this side. Just exhaust, and the ignition distributor, and the rotor. Get that back on. Get the cap back on. Get the wires back on. Now we'll get this started here. We'll get the valve rod started. The rocker arm started. I don't remember where the damaged one was, so just gonna do it this way. Get this rocker arm on here. The rocker arm on here. Get this rocker arm on here. Get the rod in here. Get the rocker arm on here. Get the rod, valve push rod on there. Get the rocker arm in there. The nut on there. Get the valve push rod on there. Get the rocker arm on there. Get the bolt on there. Get the valve push rod on there. Get the rocker arm on there. Get the bolt on there. Get the valve push rod on there. Get the rocker arm on there. Get the bolt on there. Get the engine head cover on there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. Go back here and build the flywheel, maybe? We gotta get the engine thing back up, so maybe I won't deal with that. Look at how separate everything is. I don't have to take off the wheels to take off the gearbox in the rear end. I don't have to take the wheels off completely. That was a bonus. Now, I'm just going to get this valve push rod on here. Get the rocker arm back on here. Get the valve push rod back on here. Going to get the rocker arm back on here. Get the valve push rod back onto here. The rocker arm back onto here. And get the valve push rod. After, there we go, valve push rod. Valve push rod. Valve push rod. You get the rocker arm back on here. Now we're going to go buy the valve push rod because this car doesn't have one. So, go back to here. That's one, we're probably going to take that one next. Mulch. We're going Gonna have a bit of fun with it after. Accidentally open up the menu. I'm gonna go back over here. And no real special designations, so we're just gonna go over to the computer. We're gonna type in rod valve push rod. Very cheap price for one of those. And we're gonna go back to the engine. Slap a valve push rod into there. Slap a rocker arm into there. Slap that engine head cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now what? What should I do? Not too sure what I want to do next. Maybe we'll do the alternator. We get these belts onto here. And you get this belt on, we get the fan back onto here. We have the 4 bolts that we're going to put on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay. Yeah. Flywheel. Exhaust. Looks like we pretty well got the engine back together. That's a bonus. Now we're going to get the car back up into the air. It's just a bit easier to put the flywheel and the gearbox and the oil pan back together. There we go. 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3. Flywheel. Terrible condition 1. Ensure that you are a repeat customer. We gotta get that starter back into there too. Forget about that. But everything else, we got a check mark. What are you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and get this gearbox back together. Get all of these bolts secured. Exhaust pipe back on. We're gonna get this don't touch me noise. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Drive shaft back together. Gotta go back here to do it apparently. Gotta click on the exhaust. Click over to the assemble mode, click over to the drive shaft. Now we get the 4 bolts at the very end. 3, 4. Not very much of a noise there. Go ahead and get this 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I must have super arms if I'm standing way back here and the wrench is wrenching way over there. But okay, we're gonna get a starter. V8 is what we need. Unfortunately, they are going to get a brand new starter. But I got to start somewhere with the starters, so starting now. There we go. Your vehicle is back together. This oil thing out of the way. Back here. Oh, I can fix some of this. But I'm just going to trade it up on other vehicles. Okay, looks like we got the wheels back on here. Probably do a couple things with the rear suspension and get rid of some stuff. Some trash that we have laying around. We don't have an extra one of those, unfortunately. How about spring U-bolts? Here we got a spring U-bolt and another plate we could probably get rid of. Oh, don't touch me. There we go. Get these nuts off of here. Get this plate off of here. U-bolt. Get this plate back onto here. Get these U-bolts back onto here. See, I knew we had a couple garbage ones laying around. There's always something you can do. Always something. Hopefully that mulch is in good condition so we can get rid of these parts on that mulch. Anyway, so front shock absorber, front knuckle, inner tie rod, suspension arm, inner tie rod, outer tie rod, clutch plate, clutch release prod, rear suspension upper arm, rubber bushing, sway arm end link, hub, and I don't know, maybe one other thing. I don't think this vehicle is going to be very good for a parts vehicle for this one, so go ahead and have a look. The inner tie rod, 63%. Like, it's not terrible in this car. It's the knuckle. Everything's going to have to come apart. Anyways, so. And, yeah, it's going to be. This one's going to be quite the chore with a lot of. But 61%, so. You know. That's going to be a lot, so. Might as well start cranking. Get that steering rack out of there. Yeah. Might as well. There, yeah. Let me get this rack out of here and see what kind of condition it's in. No, don't touch me, noise. So, don't touch me, noise. Gotta get the wheel off. Everything's gotta come back off. That outer tie rod off. Get the inner tie rod off. Get that rack out of here. I'll look at it later. Too much problem. Got a lot to start tearing apart, so we might as well tear everything apart. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod. I'll take the rack out of here. Rack out of here. We're gonna lift up the car. Up we go. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna go back to the front. And we're gonna go back to the rack. Gotta take that rack out. Go back over here. Go to this rack. Take this rack back out. Now we're gonna place this rack back in here for oh well. Okay, back to the computer. I'm gonna buy you a brand new one. Just can we repair it? Nope, nothing in 61%, so no. We're gonna buy you a brand new one, unfortunately. That's okay, rack. We got a rack, and here we are. I'm gonna replace your rack, and we got the steering rack replaced. Go back to assemble mode, number 2 on the keyboard with 100% rack. And we're gonna get the outer tie rod there, or the inner tie rod there. Take that back off. Put one on there. I'm gonna put garbage on the outside. Yeah. I don't think it's this one. I don't know. We're just gonna try replacing it. Let's see what happens. Can't remember. I'd take this off anyways, so I'll take this off for now. Lower control arm. I don't know if we got one. Yeah, we got one. Okay. And a tie rod. Now we're going to go over to our computer. Arm. Lower suspension arm. $150. That's what we need. Go back to the car. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to take this end of link off. And no, don't touch me, don't touch me. Going to take the cap off. And we're going to take these bolts off of here. We do not have a good one. These are different. Yeah. Okay, well, we gotta buy you another one. Shock. Front shock absorber. $120. 100%. Okay. Okay. Front shock absorber. Yes. Now we're gonna get that cap back onto there. Front cap, yes. End link. Lowest percentage. There we are. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this brake disc back onto here. Lowest percentage. We get these brake pads back onto here. Have a look. 1,085 so far. Doing pretty good. General running gear. Control feels weird. Gearbox is weird. Yeah, it's going to be real weird when you get it back, so. That brake caliper back onto here. Put the garbage back on. There we are. Front drive axle. We're going to take you out and replace you with that garbage one that we have. Okay. Seems like this one might be a nice swap vehicle. We can put a lot of obtained garbage onto here over the last while. Take this whole side apart. It's okay. Take this axle out of here. Okay, we're going to take the hub bearing out of there. I'm going to take the hub out of there. Take the shock. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm going to take the shock cap off. We're going to don't touch me. And shock absorber off after we take the link off. Sway link. Remove the two nuts that take this, that hold this on. Nope, don't touch me. We're going to take the two nuts that hold this on. Take two bolts. Nope, don't touch me. Yes, we take the lower controller arm off. Okay, we're going to take that front knuckle off. Going to replace this one with the better front knuckle. You go back over to the computer. You go here. Knuckle. Front steering knuckle A. $120. Go back to the vehicle. Front hub. 78%. It is above the 63% threshold, I think. Yeah, 61%. So we need 62%. Minimum condition part that needs to be replaced. I'm gonna get a rod. Inner tie rod. Hub. We're gonna get a front wheel hub. There we go. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Sway bar rear end link. Rubber bushings. Arm. Upper arm. Some stuff in the rear end to do. Might as well reassemble the front with the garbage parts. There we go. This caliper onto here. Perfect. Front shock absorber back onto there with the garbage one. think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, if not, it's easy enough to take off again. Get that cap back onto there. Get this link onto here. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Looking good. Now we'll start assembling this back under here. A wheel hub, bearing, and the front drive axle. Get that lower suspension control arm back into here. Put the garbage one from the other side onto this side. We still have the check mark. Everything is still good. Perfect. A+ for me. Now, get this inner tie rod replaced. See, inner tie rod still checked. Okay. Didn't do the steering rack, but I don't know. I'll save it for a different vehicle. Sway bar, rear end link. It's all on the front. It's all on the front page, so we don't have to worry about that. Got these rims here. Put back onto here. Make sure we put the correct one back on. Do not want to put the optional part back onto the vehicle. Sure that we place the correct tires back onto the correct car because it makes a huge difference. Sway bar, and it looks like we need a link here. And a don't touch me noise. The links are usually right on the side. Just take the tire off. Got a little bit more breathing room with that tire. Okay. I take that one single nut off of there. Bolt off of there. Go ahead and go to this side. Take this side off of here. Come on, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Oh, wheel's gonna have to come off anyways, probably. Sway bar is in pretty good condition. Well, I'm gonna take it anyways. Alright. I gotta get these back on here. I got one that I could put on right now. I'm gonna go back to the computer. And we will type into here. Bar. Link bar. $26. $26. $52. Should we give them the new ones, or we should go back to the other vehicle and take the links off? I'll give you one new one. Just to be nice. Yeah, there isn't any. I was wrong. Never mind. We can't be mean. Okay. Do something with this exhaust, maybe? We did have some garbage exhaust before. What do you think? Take that exhaust off. I'm really tempted. Maybe we'll come back. We got some rubber bushings to do. Get these nuts out of here. Take this rubber bushing out of here. And we got a rubber bushing back that's in better condition. This arm back in here that's in better condition. We have one laying around. Okay. Beautiful. Now we'll go back to our computer. And we're going to go buy arms. We're going to go buy arms. And we're going to go buy rubber. We're going to go buy a rubber. And we're going to go back to our car. And rubber bushing and rear suspension arm B. What we need. Oh. Okay. Not looking too bad, but a little bit more we might have to do on that side. So the lower arm is right on here. And we're going to go ahead and go buy a new one. Here we are. Arm. We're going to get our second arm. They're not matching arms, I'm sorry. You get different arms. One's an A and one's a B. Beautiful. Alright. Get this garbage one back onto the opposing side. And we're going to go and replace the new one, or the better quality one, onto this side. 67% is above our 61% minimum, which is 62%. We need a rubber bushing still. It's okay. We can probably take a couple rubber bushings that are in better shape anyways, I think. What do we think? Do we want to take one, or we just want to go in circles for a little bit? There we go. We get the second one out. We go back to assemble mode. And we'll get the lowest quality one back into here. Pretty sure that was the lowest quality. Oh, we'll figure it out. Back down. Oh no, we still had more. Oh. I think I just made a mistake, but yeah, we had to go back and do the proper. Don't touch me. The proper removal. And the proper assemble. Go back. And we'll get the proper part. That's 61%. I don't think that'll work either because we need 62%. We got a check mark. Right? Oh well. Just gonna replace it anyways. Okay, good. What do you know? We got that done. Move on and clutch plate and clutch pressure plate. Okay. That involves the front end and taking off these again, so we're going to take off the wheels again. Great. Accessible from the engine bay only. Have to lower the vehicle back down. There we are. The engine accessible, so we can take the starter off because it's only capable to be taken off from up top, apparently. So now we are having the car back into the air. We are going to take this gearbox off by taking the wheels off, by taking these axles off, by taking the steering off, by taking the wheels off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We gotta take you off. There we go. Jump over to the other side. Take this one out again. There we go. Take that one bolt out. Now we gotta take this front drive shaft out, not the steering. We'll take the front drive shaft out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, and we're gonna take that out. Now we're gonna take this clutch release plate out, and we're gonna take the clutch pressure plate out. We're going to take all of it out. Clutch plate is coming out. Flywheel is coming out. Clutch plate is the one we need, so we're going to go buy that. Plate. Clutch plate. Now we're going to leave the wheel in there. Yeah, we got one that's kind of the same. Took the wheel out of here already. I don't know, I might bring the other one in and take a couple parts off of it first, but let's see, we'll get this car back together. I think we've taken enough off of it that I think we've done enough to this one, so it might be time to go get the other vehicle in here and start ripping a little bit off of there if we can. Who knows, it could be another garbage vehicle, I don't know. Not too much else we can do with this car. Could park it outside and maybe steal the exhaust off in the future, but you know, we make enough money as it is, so. This wheel back onto here, the proper wheel. There we are. Put this wheel back onto here. Hopefully we can get the inner tie rod back on. Now we're going to get the outer tie rod back on. And we got the rim classic back onto here. And perfect. How easy that was. Valve push rod. Very easy job. Don't worry about it. Get this car lifter down. Get this hood closed. And we're going to send the car out. $645. Car is complete. Clip B. Probably from that distributor cap. Go back down. Try to get in there. Hard to get in there. Gonna be a little bit of zoom problem. There. There we go. Okay. Assemble. Come on. Come on. Let's just take that off. Okay. Back to assemble mode. Oh, that's not even, that did not help at all. Okay, well, might as well get these wires back onto here. The clip. Get the wires. Get the out of my shop. Alright. $645. No oil and engine. Cannot perform that action. It's gonna put a little bit of oil. Let's put a little bit maybe. We add the oil in here. Oil. Hello? Hello, oil. I had you before. That's the oil checker. Don't touch me. Max. Where's the oil? Is oil going here? No. No. Oil. Hello, oil. That's the oil. There we go. Just a little bit of oil. We're going to try putting less and less oil until we only put like a little tiny bit of oil. That way, cars get blown up as soon as they leave. So hopefully $645 is ours. That hood closed. Get the car out of here. Yeah, we got $645 into our account. Right. Get this car. Yeah, we're going to take this car. We're going to take that job. Get this car lined up for the chopping block. It's like a nice little car. Wait till it's ready. Oh. Oh. That doesn't look very good in there at all. Oh, down here looks terrible. What have we got ourselves into? Hello? Nobody's there. Take this gearbox off. Rear-wheel drive. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to do on here. Yeah. Might just take this gearbox off and start swapping off parts, and now before I start to do anything, I'm gonna do a separate video on this car. But don't touch me. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this starter out. It has to be accessible from engine bay. We're gonna lower the car back down, and we're gonna go back over to the engine bay on here. Okay. Go back to our starter. Alright, we're going to take the 2 bolts out of there. That's a lot of parts not discovered. Minimum percentage of 46% we got to repair with. I think we got a lot of those kind of parts laying around. So we're going to have a lot more of those parts laying around after we're done with this. Okay. But if we can get a little tiny upgrade out of this vehicle, we're going to get a little tiny upgrade out of it. Right? So we're going to go ahead and take all of this bearing and don't touch me noises out of here. Take all the nuts and bolts out of here and screws and doohickeys. Take this flywheel out of here. Flywheel. Put this back together. No. We're going to take this flywheel out of here finally. Going to replace it with the lowest quality one, I think. Highest quality one. Whatever. Clutch plate, pressure plate. There we go. There we go. We got all check marks now. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go back to our computer. Crusher plate is what we needed to buy. We purchased one of those. Go back to our car. And we're going to go back to our assemble mode, number 2 on the keyboard. And we're going to clutch pressure plate back in here because our minimum percentage was not enough. Our percentage on the pressure plate was not good enough. And we'll get this gearbox back onto here, the lower quality gearbox. We're going to get rid of that gearbox that we wanted to get rid of in the previous video, but now we're going to get rid of it here. Everything has its time. Just save that other axle for the other side. Keep it back to where it was. Yeah, it looks like we got all the original wheels for this car. It's pretty good. Didn't end up with one mishap by accident. One exchanged wheel that was incorrect. Think about that. Get the assemble mode. Front drive axle. Oh, I think we'll keep the garbage one then. Maybe we can dump it on the other vehicle. Don't want to do too much, you know? I've already taken it apart and put it back together so many times. Better just to get the thing out of the shop and then kind of play along. We're going to have a lot more cars coming in, so it's going to be a lot more interesting. Now we got everything checkmarked and close the hood, get the car back down off the lifter here, get it back down on the ground. We're going to open the hood. Go back into the vehicle. Take the car battery out of here. 66%. We're going to take this ABS module and the don't touch me noise. There we go. Replace the pump. With the garbage one, we're going to replace with the lowest quality. Perfect. Now we're going to close the hood and collect our money. $3,339. Car is incomplete. We need a battery. Forgot I was going to go back here and see what kind of battery this car has so we can change it out and get the better battery. I'm all for it. Get this better battery out of here. Nope. Not all for it. We'll go back over to the little phone here and have a look. We're going to have another Hellcat and this mulch to deal with. It's going to be a whole engine to take apart. We're going to have to do that. So we're going to get it into the shop and we're going to get it ready for the next video. This is the one that we're going to have to take apart the whole entire engine for this one. So, right, just like we did with the last two. And it's going to be a whole fun project, but I'm going to steal this battery maybe. Hello? Nobody was there. So that one had a garbage battery in it. And we're just going to take it and do the change around if we can now. Get this garbage battery out of here. Get this battery out of here. Now we're going to go and put the garbage one in there. Put a higher quality one into this vehicle. Come on. 66% maybe. It needs 58% of air filter. It needs as well. Knocking engine sounds and brake sounds and so I'm gonna get that battery into this one. I'm gonna go buy ourselves a new battery. And I'm gonna go ahead and go over to this vehicle and replace this battery with the 48%. Oh no, I'm gonna do that. Get that going there. Replace with the 48%er. There we are. Gonna ship this out $3,339. We need a starter in there. Maybe we can go in and get the starter on the other side of the gearbox. On the wrong side. There we go. Okay, get the lowest quality one, 56 from there. Gonna give you a higher quality one. Fine. $3,339. Out of the door, in my pocket. Get this mulch back onto this lifter over here, left lifter. And we're going to go ahead and get that assembled. I'm going to do a little bit of work on this vehicle and get a few things altered, and then we're just going to cut it and, we'll pick it up on this car in the next episode of Car Chop Shop Simulator 2018. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody for watching the video. I hope everyone has yourself a great time. Be sure to eat something. We're just going to go through and see what kind of ABS pumps we can take apart and replace on here and get a couple things back and organized before we start to tear down on the vehicle and just kind of replace the couple parts we did jack off of this vehicle and go ahead and get it back together before we really start digging into here and do this examine mode. Don't touch me noise. Radiator fan, radiator out of there. Not bad condition. Might need a new fan, but... Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great time. Take care of yourself and have something to eat.